Have you ever wondered how small habits can change our lives? According to James Clear, success isn't about making giant leaps. It's about improving your habits a little bit every day. The principle of this book is simple. If you become just 1% better every day, you can end the year being 37 times better than when you started. Imagine beginning each morning with a positive attitude and taking small steps toward your goals. At first, these changes might seem trivial, but over time they can bring about a complete transformation in your life. This book is for anyone who feels stuck, wants to eliminate bad habits, and is looking to achieve success through small, consistent habits. Through his own story, James Clear demonstrates how minor changes can significantly impact our lives. After experiencing a serious accident, he began to rebuild himself, realizing that habits can be either your greatest strength or your biggest hurdle. The aim of this book is to teach you how to create good habits, how to break bad ones, how small changes can make a big difference in your life. As James Clear puts it, your habits determine your future. What you do every day shapes who you are. Are you ready to start this journey? Chapter 1: The Power of Small Habits. Picture yourself on a flight from Los Angeles to New York. Midway through, the pilot adjusts the course by just 3.5 degrees. It's such a tiny shift that passengers don't notice it, but instead of landing in New York, the plane ends up in Washington, D.C. That's the power of small habits. Making small changes in our lives often doesn't yield immediate results. However, over time, the impact of these habits can completely alter the course of our lives. How habits function. Habits are the brain's way of running on autopilot. Think about when you first learned to drive. You had to concentrate on every step, pressing the clutch, shifting gears, and applying brakes. But with practice, these actions became second nature. While habits save time and energy, they can also become your greatest weakness if misaligned. The 1% rule. James Clear introduces the idea of improving by just 1% each day. By making small improvements consistently, you can achieve incredible results by the end of the year. However, if you allow yourself to decline by 1% daily, you'll find your progress nearly erased by year's end. Simple changes like waking up early, dedicating 10 minutes to study daily, or eating a single piece of fruit might seem minor, but they can determine the trajectory of your life. How bad habits take hold. Consider this story. John, an office worker, often felt drained after work. One day he picked up chips and a soda on his way home and ate them while watching TV. Over time, this simple act became a routine. Initially, it was just a way to relax, but within months, John gained weight and felt even more lethargic. Bad habits sneak into our lives quietly. The 4 steps of habits. James Clear explains that all habits follow a 4-step cycle. 1. Cue. Every habit begins with a trigger, such as feeling tired. 2. Craving. This cue creates a desire, like wanting to relax. 3. Response. You take action such as buying chips. 4. Reward. Finally, you feel rewarded, experiencing relaxation. Repeating this loop forms habits. Can habits be changed? To change a habit, you need to understand this cycle. Breaking bad habits requires identifying the cue and altering your response. To build good habits, use this cycle to your advantage. Your habits ultimately determine your life's direction. To succeed, cultivating the right habits is essential. Chapter 2: How to Build Good Habits. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act but a habit. James Clear emphasizes that creating good habits isn't magical. It's a process that requires understanding and implementation. A story of transformation. Max, a software engineer, lived a chaotic life. Irregular work hours had taken a toll on his health. One day he decided to make a change. He started waking up early, exercising, and reading a chapter of a book daily. While the first week was challenging, these habits eventually became part of his daily routine. Within a few months, his life had transformed. This showcases the power of good habits. 4 rules for building good habits. 1. Make the habit obvious. Integrate the habit into your daily life. For instance, if you want to study in the morning, place your books where they're visible. Create an environment that encourages your habit. 2. Make the habit attractive. Choose habits that make you feel good. For example, if you want to practice yoga, pair it with a playlist of your favorite songs. Link your habit to something enjoyable. 3. Make the habit easy. Start small. If you want to begin jogging, run for just 5 minutes on the first day. The easier the habit, the harder it is to skip. 4. Make the habit satisfying. Habits stick when they provide a reward. For example, check off a calendar each day you complete your habit. These small rewards keep you motivated. Small starts, big results. Those who understand the power of small changes pave the way for success. Good habits take time to build, but they always start with small, manageable steps. Reading for 10 minutes daily can help you excel in competitive exams. Practicing yoga for 10 minutes daily can greatly enhance your health. Focus on systems, not just goals. James Clear emphasizes that while goals give direction, systems are what help you reach them. If your goal is to lose weight, concentrate on building a system of healthy eating and regular exercise. Goals can bring one-time success, but systems ensure sustained achievements. Chapter 3: How to Break Bad Habits. The direction of your life is determined by your habits. Breaking bad habits can automatically lead to an improved future. Although we all know bad habits are harmful, quitting them remains one of the most challenging tasks. Why is that? Because bad habits often offer instant gratification. James Clear, however, explains that every bad habit can be changed. Story: Alex's transformation. Alex, a college student, spent hours scrolling social media daily. Despite knowing it was affecting his studies and career, he struggled to quit. Eventually, Alex decided to take control of his addiction. He implemented these 4 strategies. Deleted all social media apps from his phone. Set a fixed daily study schedule. Promised himself small weekly rewards. Whenever tempted to check social media, he paused, took deep breaths, and asked himself, "Is this helping me reach my goals?" Within a few months, Alex overcame his addiction and became one of the top students. The psychology of bad habits. Why are bad habits so easy to develop? They're simple. Bad habits like eating junk food or scrolling online provide pleasure with little effort. They offer instant gratification. Even though their long-term effects are harmful, they give immediate satisfaction. They're repetitive. Regular repetition turns them into part of your daily routine. 4 rules to break bad habits. James Clear proposes 4 effective rules. 1. Make it invisible. Eliminate the triggers that encourage the bad habit. For instance, if you eat junk food at night, stop stocking it at home. 2. Make it unattractive. Constantly remind yourself of the harm caused by the habit. For example, think about the health damage smoking causes. 3. Make it difficult. Introduce barriers to the bad habit. For example, if you shop excessively online, avoid saving your card details. 4. Make it unsatisfying. Hold yourself accountable. Inform a trusted friend that you'll face a penalty if you repeat the habit. Replace bad habits with positive ones. According to James Clear, completely eliminating a bad habit is difficult, but you can replace it with a good one. Examples: replace cravings for junk food with healthy snacks. Swap late-night scrolling for reading a book before bed. The goal isn't to attempt drastic changes but to make gradual, steady improvements. Steps to change a habit. 1. Identify the bad habit. Recognize how it's affecting your health, career, or relationships. 2. Understand its root cause. Determine when and why it began. 3. Create a plan. Form a clear strategy to replace it with a better habit. 4. Be patient. Change takes time. Don't expect instant results. Think of one bad habit you wish to change. Identify it today and begin the process of breaking free. Chapter 4. The Secret to Maintaining Good Habits. Habits only benefit you when they become consistent parts of your routine. Success comes to those who strengthen the right habits over time. You might start a good habit, going to the gym, eating healthily, or studying daily, but after a few weeks you may revert to your old ways. Why does this happen? Because habits don't just require a strong start. They need to be maintained consistently. Story: Sarah's secret to success. Sarah, who was preparing to become a lawyer, set a fixed study schedule. But after a few days, studying felt like a burden. She often asked herself, "Can I sustain this forever?" Then she applied James Clear's principle: focus on the process, not the outcome. Sarah simplified her routine by studying for just 30 minutes daily, making it so easy that it felt manageable. Over time, her 30-minute sessions turned into 1 and then 2 hours. This strategy helped her excel in her law exams. Why do habits break? James Clear identifies 3 primary reasons. 1. Lack of immediate results. When people don't see quick rewards, they lose motivation. Example: people quit the gym when they don't see instant weight loss. 2. Loss of enthusiasm. Excitement for a new habit often fades with time. 3. Inconsistency. Skipping a habit causes it to gradually disappear. How to sustain habits. 1. Start small. Simplify the habit. For instance, if you want to read 10 pages daily, start by reading just 1 page on the first day. 2. Be consistent. Practice the habit daily, even for short durations. Example, if you can't make it to the gym, do a 5-minute home workout. 3. Focus on the process, not the goal. Instead of aiming to become a CA, concentrate on studying 3 hours daily. 4. Remove obstacles. Prepare in advance to avoid interruptions. For instance, lay out your jogging clothes the night before. 5. Track progress. Use a calendar or notebook to monitor your habits. Seeing your progress builds confidence. The 2-minute rule. James Clear's 2-minute rule makes it easier to start habits. Want to study? Open a book and read for 2 minutes. Want to exercise? Stretch for 2 minutes. Want to meditate? Close your eyes for 2 minutes. Once you begin, continuing becomes easier. Make good habits enjoyable. Add joy. Pair habits with something enjoyable. For example, enjoy a favorite tea after studying. Link habits. Connect a new habit to an existing one. For example, read a book while drinking your morning coffee. Include friends. Practicing habits with a friend makes them more enjoyable. Remember, building and maintaining habits requires patience and dedication. Small changes lead to significant transformations. Today's question: what good habit do you want to sustain for the long term? Start tracking it today and make it enjoyable. Chapter 5. The deep link between habits and identity. One of James Clear's core teachings is that your habits define your identity, and your identity influences your habits. Unless you start viewing yourself as a specific type of person, your habits won't become permanent. For example, if you don't see yourself as a runner, the habit of running each morning won't stick. Story: Mark's shift in identity. Mark was determined to quit smoking. Despite numerous attempts, he failed repeatedly. Then he tried a different approach. Whenever someone offered him a cigarette, he responded, "I'm not a smoker." Over time, he began to view himself as a healthy individual. The outcome? Within a few months, he quit smoking entirely. This demonstrates that habits aren't merely actions. They're a reflection of your identity. 2 steps to reshape identity. 1. Decide who you want to be. Ask yourself, what kind of person do I need to become to achieve success? Oh, if you aim to live healthily, you must adopt the identity of a fit person. Oh, if you aspire to be a CA, you need to think like a disciplined student. 2. Reinforce your new identity with small wins. Each time you practice a small habit, you solidify your new identity. Oh, when you go for a run, you affirm, "I'm a runner." Oh, when you study, you strengthen your belief, "I'm a serious student." James Clear calls these identity-based habits. Many focus solely on behavior but overlook identity. For instance, saying, "I'll study daily," emphasizes behavior. Saying, "I'm a diligent student," focuses on identity. When your identity changes, habits become effortless. Once you see yourself as a particular kind of person, aligning with that identity feels natural. Steps to transform your identity. Let go of old beliefs. Thoughts like, "I'm lazy," will sabotage your habits. Replace them with affirmations such as, "I'm disciplined and complete tasks on time." Adopt positive affirmations. Repeat empowering statements like, "I'm capable of achieving my goals. I'm happy and successful." Act as the person you want to become. Want to be a writer? Write daily. Want to be fit? Exercise regularly. Gather evidence. Each positive action strengthens your new identity. Example: studying for 30 minutes today proves I'm a focused student. How habits shape identity. Every habit you follow serves as proof of the identity you're building. Studying daily establishes you as a diligent learner. Running consistently makes you a runner. As James Clear puts it, every action is like casting a vote for the person you aspire to be. With consistent habits, your new identity becomes ingrained. The secret to success: be, do, have. Most people approach success backward. I'll achieve success. Have. I'll work for it. Do. Then I'll become successful. Be. James Clear suggests flipping this order. I'm a disciplined person. Be. That's why I study daily. Do. This will lead to success. Have. Start building a new belief today. Think about who you want to become. Align your habits with that vision. By sticking to these habits, you'll fortify your identity as habits form the cornerstone of success. Chapter 6. The Art of Breaking and Changing Habits. Habits are a double-edged sword. The right habits can drive success while the wrong ones can lead to failure. James Clear emphasizes that breaking bad habits is just as vital as building good ones. Story: Maya's screen time transformation. Maya struggled with excessive phone use. Every night, she resolved to reduce her screen time the next day, yet nothing changed. Finally, she implemented a new strategy. She deleted her social media apps. She placed her phone in another room at a set time. Gradually, she replaced her phone habit with studying and exercising. 4 simple steps to break a habit. 1. Make the habit invisible. Eliminate the triggers for your habit. Oh, if you watch too much TV, put the remote in a cupboard. Oh, if you eat unhealthy snacks, stock the fridge only with nutritious options. 2. Make the habit unattractive. Constantly remind yourself of its negative consequences. Oh, if I keep smoking, my health will deteriorate. Oh, excessive phone usage is affecting my studies. 3. Make the habit difficult. Add barriers to practicing the habit. Oh, hand over your phone's password to someone else. Oh, if buying junk food requires a special trip, you're more likely to cook a healthy meal instead. 4. Make the habit unsatisfying. Hold yourself accountable by involving someone else. Oh, ask a friend or family member to call you out if you fall back into the habit. Steps to replace old habits with new ones. 1. Identify the habit holding you back. Write down the habits that obstruct your goals. Examples: oh, staying up late. Oh, spending money impulsively. Oh, consuming junk food. 2. Tackle one habit at a time. Avoid trying to change everything at once. For instance, oh, I'll first quit eating junk food. Later, I'll address my other habits. 3. Develop a clear action plan. Take specific, actionable steps to change the habit. Oh, I'll switch off my phone every night at a set time. Oh, I'll ensure I eat dinner on time. 4. Reinforce the new habit through repetition. James Clear emphasizes that repetition strengthens habits. The more you practice a good habit, the weaker the bad habit becomes. Mantra to avoid bad habits: don't start. James Clear suggests the simplest way to break bad habits is to prevent them from starting. If you stay up late once, it becomes easier to repeat. If you indulge in junk food once, it feels more natural the next time. The takeaway? Avoid taking the first step altogether. Chapter 7. The 4 Rules for Making Habits Permanent. When starting a new habit, there's often a burst of enthusiasm and energy. However, this excitement usually fades after a few weeks. James Clear recognizes this issue and suggests that maintaining long-term habits requires a system, not just motivation. Let's dive into the 4 essential rules for making habits last. Story: Jack's fitness journey. At the start of January, Jack decided to hit the gym daily. During the first week, he worked out enthusiastically, but as time went on, his excitement waned. Then he applied the 4 rules of habit formation. Now, not only does he go to the gym daily, but it's also become a natural part of his routine. Rule 1. Make it obvious. James Clear says, what you don't see doesn't become a priority. Therefore, it's crucial to integrate habits into your daily life. Tips. If you want to start studying as soon as you wake up, place your books near your bed. If your goal is to drink more water, leave water bottles in different corners of your home. Track your habits on a calendar to keep them visible and manageable. Rule 2. Make it attractive. Habits are easier to sustain when you find them enjoyable. James Clear refers to this as temptation bundling. How to apply. If walking feels dull, combine it with listening to music or chatting with friends. If studying seems hard, reward yourself with a 10-minute break for every hour of focused work. When you associate habits with pleasure, you'll naturally want to continue them. Rule 3. Make it easy. Habits flourish when the process of adopting them is simple. James Clear emphasizes the importance of starting with small steps. Start with small goals. If your aim is to read 10 pages a day, begin by reading just 2 pages. If you want to lose 5 kilograms, start with a 10-minute walk. Remove barriers. If getting to the gym feels daunting, start working out at home. If you watch too much TV, store the remote in an inconvenient place. Rule 4. Make it satisfying. For habits to stick, there needs to be a sense of reward or accomplishment. James Clear suggests celebrating small victories. How to do it? Reward yourself with a star every time you complete a habit. Treat yourself to a gift each week for maintaining the habit. Share your progress with friends to keep yourself motivated. Why is this important? Repetition is the foundation of habit building. Each time you practice a habit, your brain forms new neural connections. With consistency, these pathways strengthen, and the habit becomes second nature. Over time, habits evolve into your identity. Examples: you don't just attend the gym, you become a fitness enthusiast. You don't just write occasionally, you become a writer. Chapter 8. The Secret to Changing Your Identity. Have you ever noticed how our beliefs about ourselves shape who we become? James Clear explains that habits are more than just tools to reach your goals. They're a way to transform your identity. When you align your habits with your identity, they seamlessly integrate into your life. This chapter explores how habits can help you redefine yourself. Story: Mia and her career. Mia dreamed of becoming a successful writer. She often fantasized, "It would be amazing if I became a best-selling author one day," but she never took action, leaving her dream as just a thought. Then she applied James Clear's principle: focus on identity, not just goals. Mia began affirming, "I am a writer." She made it a point to write a little each day. Over time, this daily practice solidified her identity as a writer. Today her book is a bestseller. 2 steps to changing your identity. 1. Decide who you want to become. Start by defining the type of person you aspire to be. Oh, if you want to be fit, think about the habits fit people practice. Oh, if you want to excel academically, consider the behaviors of a successful student. 2. Align your habits with your desired identity. Use your actions to affirm your identity. Oh, I'm working out because I'm a fit person. Oh, I'm studying because I'm a diligent student. Why are identity-based habits stronger? When your habits are tied to your identity, maintaining them becomes effortless. For instance, if you see yourself as a runner, waking up early to run feels natural. If you identify as a creative individual, pursuing new knowledge comes easily. Small steps, big identity. Your identity is shaped by the small decisions you make every day. Each time you practice a habit, you reinforce the person you want to be. James Clear compares this to casting votes. Every habit is a vote for your new identity. Examples: each trip to the gym is a vote for becoming a fit person. Every book you read is a vote for becoming a knowledgeable reader. Why is this important? Transforming your identity takes time. But once your habits align with who you want to be, they become a permanent part of your life. Ask yourself, who do I want to become? Are my habits bringing me closer to that person or pulling me further away? Chapter 9: The Magic of Consistency. True strength lies not in giant leaps but in small, steady steps taken consistently over time. In this chapter, James Clear emphasizes that habits only deliver results when practiced regularly. Story: Jeff's meditation practice. Jeff decided to meditate every morning. On the first day he was motivated and completed his session. On the second day he woke up feeling less energetic and skipped meditation. By the third day he thought, skipping just one day won't matter much. But then he remembered James Clear's principle: consistency matters more than perfection. Jeff returned to meditating every day, even if only for a few minutes. After 6 months, he realized his mind had become much calmer and more focused. Why is consistency important? 1. Small steps lead to significant changes. Practicing even a little bit every day conditions your mind and body to adopt new habits. Oh, improving by just 1% each day will make you 37 times better by the end of the year. Oh, on the other hand, declining by 1% daily will eventually leave you with nothing. 2. It strengthens your system. James Clear explains that consistency transforms habits into natural routines. Oh, if you study daily, it stops feeling like a chore and becomes a part of your life. Oh, if you exercise daily, going to the gym no longer feels daunting. How to maintain consistency. 1. Apply the minimum action rule. If you find it hard to stick to a habit, start with the smallest possible version of it. Examples: oh, if you don't feel like studying, just read 2 pages. Oh, if you don't feel like exercising, do 5 push-ups. 2. Track your progress. Keeping track of your habits can help you stay motivated. Oh, mark your calendar each day you complete a habit and work to maintain your streak. 3. Remind yourself of your purpose. Whenever you feel like giving up, ask yourself, oh, why did I start this habit in the first place? Oh, am I getting closer to becoming the person I want to be? Consistency is the key that unlocks the power of habits. Stick to small actions daily and over time, they'll lead to remarkable transformations. Chapter 10: Overcoming Obstacles and Habit Formation. The journey toward success is rarely smooth. The challenges we face along the way are what make us stronger. In this chapter, James Clear discusses how to tackle obstacles in habit formation and continue progressing toward our goals. Story: John's struggle. John decided to run every morning. Initially, he was consistent for several weeks. Then it started raining and he thought, I can't go today. Another time he worked late and skipped his run again. Gradually he found his running habit falling apart. One day John realized that if he continued making excuses, he'd never achieve his goal. So he identified the barriers to his habits and discovered ways to overcome them. Common habit obstacles and their solutions. 1. Lack of time. Solution by James Clear. Oh, review your schedule and find small time slots for your habits. Oh, if you can't spare an hour, commit to just 10 minutes. Oh, remember, doing something is always better than doing nothing. 2. Lack of motivation. Solution by James Clear. Oh, simplify and make your habit more enjoyable. Oh, if you don't feel like hitting the gym, do a quick home workout. Oh, if studying feels hard, start with an easier topic. 3. Unfavorable environment. Solution by James Clear. Oh, design your surroundings to support your habits. Want to read more? Keep books in visible places. But trying to quit junk food? Avoid buying it altogether. 4. Making excuses. Solution by James Clear. Oh, whenever you feel tempted to make an excuse, ask yourself, is this excuse holding me back from progress? Oh, recognize and appreciate your small efforts no matter how minor they seem. Mindset shifts to overcome challenges. 1. Forgive yourself. Oh, missing one day doesn't mean your habit is broken. Don't be too hard on yourself. Simply start again the next day. 2. Be flexible. Oh, challenges are inevitable. Adapt to the situation. Oh, if it's raining, try yoga or indoor exercises instead of running. Oh, when time is tight, break your habit into smaller parts. 3. Celebrate your progress. Oh, each time you overcome a challenge, acknowledge your success. Oh, this recognition will build mental strength and reinforce your habit. Why staying consistent matters. The habits you cultivate shape your future. Every small step and every obstacle you overcome contribute to your success story. Chapter 11. Making habits a part of your identity. Habits only become truly effective when they're integrated into your identity. In this chapter, James Clear explores how to make habits an intrinsic part of your life, rather than just another task to check off your list. Story: Rosie's identity shift. Rosie always dreamed of becoming a writer. However, every time she sat down to write, she treated it as just another task to complete. Doubts like, am I even good enough? Often filled her mind. When she missed a writing session, she felt like a failure. Then she came across James Clear's advice: tie your goal to your identity. From that moment, Rosie began telling herself, I am a writer and writers write. Writing slowly stopped feeling like a chore and became a natural part of who she was. The science of connecting habits with identity. 1. Start with identity. Begin by deciding the type of person you want to become. Examples: oh, I am a reader. Oh, I am a fit person. 2. Support your identity with actions. Reinforce your identity by aligning it with your actions. Oh, reading for 5 minutes makes you a dedicated reader. Oh, taking a 10-minute walk strengthens your identity as a health-conscious person. 3. Let go of old identities. Stop holding on to outdated beliefs about yourself like, I'm lazy. Replace them with positive affirmations such as, I'm hardworking. 3 steps to making habits a part of your life. 1. Repeat habits regularly. Repetition is key. The more often you practice a habit, the more deeply it becomes tied to your identity. Oh, each time you go for a run, you reinforce the identity of being a runner. 2. Celebrate small wins. Small achievements have a big impact on strengthening your new identity. Oh, finishing a book confirms that you're a reader. Oh, waking up early supports your identity as a disciplined person. 3. Change your self-talk. Shift from negative self-perceptions to positive, identity-based statements. Oh, replace I'm always late with I am punctual. James Clear's key message. Habits aren't just the result of your actions, they're a reflection of who you are. When you shape your identity in the right direction, habits naturally become a part of your life. Chapter 12. Build the right system, adopt the right habits. Your success isn't determined by your goals but by the system you put in place to achieve them. In this chapter, James Clear emphasizes that while setting goals provides direction, it's a well-structured system that creates real, lasting change. Story: Tony's system. Every January, Tony set a fitness goal. This year, I'll lose 10 kilograms. However, by year-end, he was no closer to achieving it. One day, Tony realized his issue wasn't the goal, it was his lack of a system. He had a target but no plan to reach it. After reading James Clear's book, he learned, goals point the way but systems are what get you there. Tony made a change. He committed to a system where he went to the gym 3 days a week without fail. Over time, he lost weight and fitness became a part of his lifestyle. Why systems matter. 1. Goals are temporary, systems are long-term. Oh, achieving a goal often leads to stopping once it's accomplished. Systems, however, keep you progressing. Oh, for instance, if your goal is to finish a book, what happens when you're done? With the right system, reading becomes a lifelong habit. 2. Systems help you improve gradually. Oh, small, consistent steps lead to significant transformations. Oh, if you improve by 1% every day, you'll be 37 times better by year-end. How to build the right system. 1. Start small. Break big habits into smaller, manageable steps. Examples. Oh, if you aim to run for 30 minutes daily, start with just 5 minutes. 2. Use triggers. Link new habits to existing routines to make them automatic. Examples. Oh, after drinking tea, I'll read for 5 minutes. Oh, before heading to the gym, I'll place my workout gear by the door. 3. Maintain consistency. Build a system that you can stick to over time. Oh, remember, consistency matters more than perfection. 4. Measure success. Track your progress regularly, whether weekly or monthly. Oh, monitoring helps you stay motivated and identify areas for improvement. How systems shape your identity. When you follow a system consistently, you reinforce positive habits, and over time they become a natural part of your identity. Examples. A person who runs regularly becomes a runner. A person who reads often becomes a reader. Key takeaway. Your habits and systems together shape the person you become. By focusing on building the right systems, you set yourself up for long-term success. Chapter 13. Making habits more effective. Forming habits alone isn't enough. What truly matters is ensuring they are both effective and sustainable. In this chapter, James Clear highlights how habits not only enhance life but also lead to success when implemented effectively. Story: Mia's journey with habits. Mia was preparing for civil service exams. Each year, she'd begin her studies with enthusiasm, only to lose momentum after 2 or 3 months. One day her friend asked, "You work so hard, so why do you always fall behind?" Mia had no response. Later, she discovered atomic habits and realized that merely forming habits wasn't sufficient. Making them effective and lasting was key. She made a few adjustments, dedicated a fixed time for studying, kept her mobile phone out of reach while studying, achieved her daily targets consistently. Over time, her habits became stronger, and she started preparing more effectively than ever. 4 rules for effective habits. 1. Simplify your habits. The simpler a habit is, the more likely it is to stick. Examples. Oh, if you want to study, place your books on the desk within easy reach. Oh, if you plan to go for a run, keep your shoes by the door. 2. Make habits appealing. Enjoyable habits are easier to maintain. Examples. Oh, reward yourself with your favorite tea after studying. Oh, listen to your favorite music post-workout. 3. Create regularity. Set a specific time and place for your habits. Examples. Oh, I will meditate for 10 minutes every morning. Oh, I will read a book every night before bed. 4. Track your progress. Monitor your small wins. Example. Oh, mark completed habits in a calendar or an app to boost motivation. Learn from mistakes, don't quit. James Clear reminds us, no habit is perfect. Mistakes will happen and routines may break occasionally. What matters is resuming the habit the next day. The secret to effectiveness. Your habits are only as good as the system supporting them. Once they align with your identity and feel effortless, they'll last for the long term. Chapter 14. The science behind changing bad habits. Breaking bad habits can be challenging, but it's far from impossible. In this chapter, James Clear explores how we can recognize and transform negative habits into positive ones. Story: Elon's struggle with a bad habit. Elon had a habit of checking his phone constantly while studying. Every 10 minutes, he'd glance at his notifications, disrupting his focus. He often told himself, "I'll stop tomorrow," but that day never came. After reading Atomic Habits, Elon realized that bad habits don't just waste time, they also negatively impact our mindset. To overcome this, Elon followed 3 simple steps. 1. Identify the trigger. He noticed that boredom prompted him to check his phone. 2. Eliminate the trigger. To avoid distractions, he started keeping his phone in another room while studying. 3. Introduce a new habit. Whenever he felt bored, he replaced phone use with a 5-minute walk. Over time, Elon's bad habit disappeared, and his concentration improved significantly. 3 simple steps to break bad habits. 1. Recognize the trigger. Every bad habit has a specific trigger. Examples. Oh, if you often overeat junk food, ask yourself, am I genuinely hungry or is this just a habit? Oh, if you spend excessive time on social media, notice when and why you're doing it. 2. Alter or remove the trigger. Modify your environment to avoid temptation. Examples. Oh, if you watch too much TV at night, place the remote in another room. Oh, if you sleep late, move your alarm clock away from your bed. 3. Replace it with a positive habit. Instead of quitting a bad habit outright, substitute it with a healthier alternative. Examples: O. Replace frequent coffee or tea with green tea. O. Instead of scrolling on your phone, pick up a book. Why bad habits persist. Ease of action. Bad habits usually require minimal effort, like snacking or oversleeping. Instant gratification. Activities like eating junk food or using social media offer quick satisfaction, despite their long-term drawbacks. Routine formation. Repetition makes these actions subconscious. How to overcome them. Focus on the future impact. Reflect on the long-term consequences of bad habits. Adopt a new identity. Changing habits starts with altering how you see yourself. Examples: O. Instead of I'm lazy, say I'm hardworking. O. Swap I'm unhealthy for I'm fit and active. Monitor progress. Keeping track of your journey motivates you to keep going. Chapter 15. The long-term effects of habits. Habits shape the blueprint of your future. James Clear explains that while the effects of habits might be subtle at first, they have a profound long-term impact. Story: Jack and his two friends. Jack, Sam, and John were college graduates who took very different life paths, influenced by their habits. Sam formed a habit of reading 15 minutes every morning. John put in 15 extra minutes of effort daily. Jack didn't work on building any new habits. At first, these differences seemed trivial. But after 5 years, Sam became a successful entrepreneur, gaining valuable knowledge from books. John was promoted to a managerial role due to his consistent effort. Jack remained in the same position, stagnant in his career. James Clear explains, small actions compounded over time lead to significant results. Understanding the long-term impact of habits. The compound effect. Small, consistent habits yield large outcomes over time. Examples: O. Reading for 15 minutes daily results in 90 hours of reading a year. O. Wasting 15 minutes daily adds up to 90 lost hours annually. Don't underestimate slow progress. Initial efforts might feel insignificant, but they accumulate. Examples: O. Exercising a little every day makes you fitter over time. O. Saving small amounts daily grows into substantial savings. Habits define identity. The habits you maintain shape who you become. Examples: O. Writing every day helps you see yourself as a writer. O. Regular workouts build a fit and healthy identity. How to sustain habits long-term. Start with manageable goals to avoid feeling overwhelmed. Track your progress using a journal or app. Understand the purpose behind your habit. Examples: O. I study to pass my exams. O. I exercise to stay healthy. Optimize your environment to support your habits. The consequences of bad habits. James Clear cautions that just as good habits lead to success, bad habits gradually lead to failure. Examples: regular junk food consumption leads to weight gain. Time wasted on unproductive activities results in missed opportunities. To ensure success, recognize harmful habits and work toward replacing them with constructive ones. Chapter 16. Turning habits into systems. Prioritize systems over goals. In this chapter, James Clear emphasizes that while setting goals is important, achieving them requires effective systems. A system is a framework or method that helps you naturally develop and sustain habits over time. The difference between goals and systems. Goals represent the desired outcomes. Example: I want to lose 5 kilograms. Systems define the process to achieve those outcomes. Example: I will exercise for 30 minutes daily and eat nutritious food. Clear explains that goals give you direction, but systems are what keep you moving toward those goals. The cricketer's secret. In an interview, a cricketer shared that his success wasn't due to focusing on scores or trophies. Instead, he concentrated on his daily practice, hitting 100 balls, maintaining fitness, and staying mentally calm. The results, like awards and recognition, were simply byproducts of his system. According to James Clear, success favors those who refine their processes. Steps to build a system. 1. Divide habits into smaller tasks. Example: for studying, split it into O. Morning, 15 minutes of revision. O. Afternoon, 30 minutes on a new topic. O. Night, 15 minutes for quizzes. 2. Measure your progress. Track your progress to stay motivated. 3. Optimize your environment. Example: if you're building a study habit, organize your desk to include only study materials. 4. Enjoy the process. Make habits a source of happiness. For instance, listen to your favorite music while working out. Common pitfalls to avoid. Overemphasizing goals. Achieving a goal without a system often leads to reverting to old habits. Example: losing weight and then regaining it by neglecting your routine. Focusing only on results, Instead of saying, I must top the exam, think, I must study consistently. Neglecting system updates. Adapt your system as your goals evolve. Practical tips for systems. Take it one step at a time. Avoid drastic changes. Build one habit at a time to ensure consistency. Use positive reinforcement by rewarding yourself for progress. Example, celebrate a week of consistent study with a small treat. Schedule specific times for each habit, like morning workouts or nighttime study sessions. Why systems matter. James Clear argues that systems shape your identity. When you adopt the right systems, success becomes inevitable across all aspects of life. Chapter 17. The connection between habits and identity. How habits define who you are. James Clear explains that people often separate their identity from their habits. However, the truth is that habits are the foundation of identity. The identity-habit cycle. Identity, what you believe about yourself. Example, I am responsible. Habits, the actions you perform repeatedly. Example, I complete my work on time. Outcome, the results shaped by your habits. Example, my coworkers trust me. Clear emphasizes that habits reinforce identity, and identity motivates habits. Building identity-based habits. 1. Focus on who you want to be. Instead of saying, I need to read a book, say, I am a reader. This shift ensures that your habits become ingrained. 2. Start small. Example, if you want to become fit, begin with just 5 minutes of daily exercise. Small steps help solidify a new identity. 3. Collect evidence for your identity. Habits provide proof of who you are becoming. Example, O identity, I am a writer. O habit, writing 100 words daily. O evidence, completing 3,000 words in a month. The story of a runner. A person who disliked running started identifying as a runner by jogging just 1 kilometer daily. Over time, he increased his distance and proudly embraced his new identity. Clear explains that small habits lead to significant identity changes. Letting go of old identities. Old beliefs such as I am lazy often hinder progress. Clear advises letting go of limiting identities and adopting positive ones. Adopt new beliefs. I am disciplined. I use my time wisely. Steps to redefine your identity. 1. Challenge negative thoughts. Replace limiting beliefs with empowering ones. Example, change I'm bad at math to I can improve at math. 2. Act on your new belief. Reinforce your new identity with consistent actions. Example, practice public speaking for 5 minutes daily to become a better speaker. 3. Strengthen your identity over time. Consistent habits make your new identity permanent. Example, eating healthy daily transforms you into a health-conscious person. A student's transformation. A struggling student began seeing himself as hardworking by committing to 1 hour of daily study. Within months, he excelled and started identifying as a top performer. James Clear concludes that habits define your identity. Reflect on yourself. How do you perceive yourself? To grow into the person you aspire to be, adopt a new identity and align your habits accordingly. Chapter 18. 4 Rules to Transform Habits. The simplest way to change habits is by making them systematic and straightforward. James Clear introduces 4 practical rules to help you form or alter habits effectively. These rules are rooted in understanding how the human mind works. Mastering these rules makes habit building feel effortless. Rule 1. Make it obvious. Habits require clear decisions before they can form. How to implement. Habit stacking. Attach your new habit to an already established one. Examples. Oh, after waking up, I will drink 2 glasses of water. Oh, when I get to the office, I'll complete 1 task before having tea. Prepare your environment. Set up your surroundings to support the habit. Example. Oh, if you want to study, arrange books and notebooks neatly on your desk. Story. To build a habit of daily gym visits, one person kept their gym clothes and shoes beside their bed. Seeing them every morning made it easy to get ready, and soon the gym routine became second nature. Rule 2. Make it attractive. We stick to activities that feel enjoyable. How to implement. Use dopamine triggers. Link your habit to a reward. Example. Oh, if I study for 30 minutes, I'll listen to my favorite songs for 10 minutes. Surround yourself with like-minded people. Be around individuals who practice the habits you aspire to build. Example. Oh, join friends who are fitness enthusiasts if you aim to exercise regularly. Story. A student made studying more enjoyable by creating colorful notes for each subject and studying with friends. This made learning both productive and fun. Rule 3. Make it easy. We avoid habits that feel difficult or overwhelming. How to implement. Start small. Choose habits so manageable that they feel effortless. Examples. Oh, I'll exercise for just 5 minutes daily. Oh, I'll read 1 page each night. Reduce friction. Simplify the process of starting your habit. Example. Oh, to eat healthier, store pre-cut fruits in the fridge. Story. Someone who struggled with daily reading simplified their routine. By silencing mobile notifications and keeping a book next to their pillow, reading became much easier. Rule 4. Make it satisfying. We maintain habits that provide immediate rewards. How to implement. Set rewards. Treat yourself for sticking to a habit. Example. Oh, after studying for an hour, I'll watch a favorite show. Track progress. Record your habit consistently. Example. Oh, marking a big red tick on a calendar after completing a habit provides a sense of accomplishment. Story. A student used a calendar to track study days. Each red tick symbolized progress, boosting motivation to keep going. Summary of the 4 rules. Make it obvious. Decide the specifics. When, where, and what. Make it attractive. Add elements of fun or interest. Make it easy. Start small and minimize obstacles. Make it satisfying. Introduce immediate rewards. By following these rules, habits become effortless and help shape your identity into the person you aspire to be. Chapter 19. Changing your identity changes your habits. Habits reflect identity. In this chapter, James Clear explains that your habits are more than actions. They are a representation of who you are. Lasting habit changes require focusing on transforming your identity. What are identity-based habits? Habits aligned with your identity feel natural and sustainable. Examples. A person who identifies as fit will view gym visits as part of their routine, not a chore. A creative writer naturally gravitates toward daily writing. External versus internal change. External change. I want to lose weight. Focus on goals. Internal change. I am a healthy person. Focus on identity. Clear highlights that focusing on your identity creates lasting habits. Steps to shift your identity. 1. Define your identity. Decide the kind of person you want to become. Oh, what type of person do I aspire to be? Oh, what habits align with this identity? 2. Build evidence gradually. Small actions strengthen your new identity. Examples. Oh, reading 1 page daily solidifies your identity as a reader. Oh, saving consistently reinforces being frugal. 3. Challenge old beliefs. Replace limiting beliefs like I'm lazy with empowering thoughts like I am hardworking. 4. Adopt a positive identity. Examples. Oh, replace I always quit with I face challenges head on. Oh, change I'm not creative to I find ways to express my creativity. Story. A smoker quit by saying, no thanks, I don't smoke, when offered cigarettes. This small declaration reinforced their new identity as a non-smoker. Similarly, a student who identified as lazy transformed into a top performer by adopting a mindset of being diligent. How identity fuels habits. Start by asking, who am I? Identify your core values and goals. Turn habits into proof. Every habit becomes evidence of who you are becoming. Strengthen over time. Consistency turns new habits into an inseparable part of your identity. Conclusion. True transformation begins with changing how you see yourself. With a new identity, new habits form naturally and are far more sustainable. Chapter 20. Developing good habits and eliminating bad ones. Your habits shape your life. If you want meaningful change, you must master the art of cultivating positive habits while eliminating negative ones. In this chapter, James Clear provides actionable insights on how to achieve this balance. 4 rules for building positive habits. 1. Make it obvious. Oh, positive habit. Keep the habit in plain sight. Example. To build a habit of drinking water, keep a water bottle on your desk. Oh, negative habit. Remove the habit's trigger from your environment. Example. To reduce TV time, store the remote in a drawer. 2. Make it attractive. Oh, positive habit. Make habits enjoyable. Example. Play your favorite music during workouts to make exercising fun. Oh, negative habit. Reduce the appeal of undesirable habits. Example. To avoid fast food, choose places that make access inconvenient. 3. Make it easy. Oh, positive habit. Simplify the habit to encourage consistency. Example. Start studying by reading just 2 pages a day. Oh, negative habit. Add friction to discourage bad habits. Example. Lock your phone if you tend to overuse it. 4. Make it satisfying. Oh, positive habit. Reward yourself after completing a habit. Example. After a morning run, treat yourself to a refreshing smoothie. O negative habit. Make undesirable habits less satisfying. Example, ask a friend to hold you accountable for bad habits. Understanding habit formation. Habits are not isolated actions. They stem from deeper mechanisms. James Clear describes 4 stages. Trigger, a cue that prompts the habit. Example, drinking tea every evening when the clock strikes 5. Craving, a desire created by the trigger. Example, you crave tea for the comfort it provides. Response, the action taken to fulfill the craving. Example, preparing a cup of tea. Reward, the satisfaction that reinforces the habit. Example, feeling relaxed after drinking tea. To alter habits, focus on managing these stages. Breaking bad habits, the inverse rules. 1. Make it invisible, remove triggers from your environment. Example, avoid keeping unhealthy snacks at home to curb late-night cravings. 2. Make it unattractive, reflect on the consequences of the habit. Example, consider how excessive junk food impacts your health. 3. Make it difficult, increase barriers to bad habits. Example, place your credit cards in a safe to discourage impulse spending. 4. Make it unsatisfying, pair bad habits with consequences. Example, ask a friend to scold you whenever you skip your workout. Story, small changes, big outcomes. Ray wanted to read before bed, so he kept his book beside his pillow, which prompted him to read every night. Conversely, Sam struggled with late-night phone usage but overcame it by keeping his phone in another room and using an alarm clock instead. Both succeeded by adjusting their environments. The role of environment in habits. Your surroundings significantly influence your habits. To encourage good habits, create a supportive environment. Example, keep healthy snacks like fruits and vegetables easily accessible in your fridge. Chapter 21. Maintaining habits for long-term success. Building habits is not a one-time effort. To experience their transformative power, consistency is essential. In this chapter, James Clear explains how to sustain habits over time and make lasting changes. Overcoming challenges and habit formation. Many people abandon habits because they set unrealistic goals or attempt drastic changes too quickly. Tips for consistent habit building. 1. Set small, achievable goals. Start with modest steps like meditating for 5 minutes daily and gradually increase the duration. 2. Replace bad habits with good ones. Example, instead of scrolling through your phone at night, read a book during that time. 3. Focus on consistency. Regularity matters more than duration. Practicing a habit daily, even for a few minutes, builds momentum. 4. The 2-minute rule. This strategy suggests starting with habits that take only 2 minutes. Examples. O. Begin exercising by simply putting on workout clothes. O. Start reading by picking up a book and reading 1 page. Tracking and adjusting habits. Monitor your progress. Keep a journal or use apps to log your habits. Create strong triggers. Example, place your alarm clock across the room to make waking up easier. Have a backup plan. Prepare alternatives for challenging days. Example, if you can't make it to the gym, do a short workout at home. The role of internal motivation. External rewards are helpful initially, but long-term consistency relies on internal motivation. Example, I'm building this habit to enhance my well-being. Strengthening habits through repetition. The more you repeat a habit, the stronger it becomes. Daily commitment is not mandatory, but consistent practice reinforces the habit. Example, gradually increase meditation time from 10 to 20 minutes daily. Conclusion. Maintaining good habits ensures stability and success. While habit building requires time and effort, persistence, internal drive, and practical techniques make it achievable and impactful. Chapter 22. The endurance of habits. Each habit you build is like a brick in the foundation of your life. Placed correctly, it contributes to a sturdy and lasting structure. This chapter explores why habits endure and how to make them sustainable. 1. Habits, the foundation of stability. To create a stable life, it's essential to first establish solid habits. Habits serve as the bedrock of your existence. When they are strong, everything else falls into place. How to strengthen habits. Recognize that habits influence every part of your life. Good habits promote physical, mental, and financial well-being. Even small habits, like starting your day with water or walking regularly, foster long-term resilience. 2. Identity-based habits. Habits become durable when they are tied to your identity. Once a habit integrates into how you see yourself, it's challenging to abandon. Building identity-based habits. Align habits with your identity. Example, If you want to be healthy, affirm, "I am a health-conscious person," and adopt habits that reflect this. Over time, these habits operate automatically as part of your routine. 3. Strengthening habits through repetition. Habits leave a lasting imprint on your mind, growing stronger with consistent practice. Tips for habit reinforcement. Simply starting a habit is the best way to solidify it. Associate habits with positive thoughts to make them enjoyable and automatic. 4. Flexibility in habits. While consistency is critical, unexpected life events require adaptability. Flexibility ensures you maintain progress without becoming rigid. Staying flexible. Missing a day doesn't mean failure. Resume the next day without guilt. Flexibility means adjusting habits, not abandoning them entirely. 5. Developing a habit system. Achieving goals requires more than focusing on outcomes. You need an effective system. Creating systems. Build a routine aligned with your goals. Example: if your aim is to read 10 pages daily, set a dedicated time each morning. Follow a clear schedule to eliminate excuses. 6. Internal motivation over external rewards. Sustainable habits come from intrinsic satisfaction rather than external incentives. Examples: exercise for personal health, not external praise. Internal joy ensures habits endure regardless of outside acknowledgement. 7. The process of habit change. Changing habits takes time and consistent effort. Small, stable changes lead to lasting success. Steps to adapt habits. Begin with manageable changes. Regularly evaluate and refine your approach. Be patient as lasting habits develop over time. Summary: integrating habits into your identity, focusing on internal satisfaction, and allowing time for growth are key to making them sustainable. Chapter 23. Refining habits for continuous improvement. Habits are not the end point, they're a tool for ongoing self-improvement. This chapter highlights the power of refining habits daily to achieve remarkable growth. 1. The impact of small changes. Big achievements result from consistent, minor improvements. How to begin. Start with simple changes like meditating for 5 minutes or walking for 10 minutes. Incorporate these changes seamlessly into your lifestyle. 2. The principle of continuous growth. You can always improve, even incrementally. Over time, small steps compound into significant transformations. Applying continuous improvement. Add small habits to your routine, such as reviewing a goal or learning a new skill daily. Regularly evaluate progress and plan next steps for growth. 3. The power of 1% daily improvement. According to James Clear, a 1% improvement each day results in a 37% increase by year-end. How to achieve it? Gradually enhance habits. Example: if you read 10 pages a day, aim for 11 next week. 4. The importance of consistency. Consistency is the foundation of success. Habits repeated regularly become second nature. Maintaining regularity. Simplify your habits to make them easy to follow. Stick to a clear plan to avoid setbacks. 5. Strengthen habits with habit stacking. Habit stacking links a new habit to an existing one, integrating it seamlessly into your routine. Examples: after drinking morning tea, meditate for 10 minutes. Follow your evening routine with 5 minutes of journaling. 6. Tracking progress. You can't improve what you don't measure. Tracking habits helps identify areas of growth and refine practices. How to track. Use a journal or app to record daily habits. Analyze patterns to see which habits benefit you most. 7. Redirecting habits. As life evolves, some habits may need adjustments. Redirecting habits ensures they remain relevant and aligned with your goals. Steps to redirect. Identify habits that no longer serve you and replace them. Modify habits to match changing priorities. Summary. By making small, consistent improvements and adapting habits as needed, you can achieve significant success and transform your life. Chapter 24. The collective power of habits. Our daily habits, though small on their own, come together to create profound success. Each habit contributes to a larger transformation, compounding over time. This chapter explores how interconnected habits can lead to significant life changes. The sequential impact of habits. Habits influence not just your daily routine but your entire life trajectory. Gradual growth. Habits may not yield immediate results, but their effects amplify over time. Example: exercising for 10 minutes daily may seem negligible at first but leads to improved fitness over months. Similarly, studying for 10 minutes daily gradually builds substantial knowledge. The ripple effect of one habit. One positive habit often leads to improvements in other areas of life, much like ripples spreading across water. How habits expand their impact. Healthy eating enhances not just nutrition but also energy, sleep quality, and mental clarity. Spending time on self-care boosts confidence, improving overall productivity. Stabilizing habits. When a habit becomes a stable part of your routine, it delivers long-term benefits with minimal effort. Steps to stabilize habits. Tie habits to specific times or actions. Example: drink water immediately upon waking or read 15 minutes before bed. Track your progress to stay motivated by visualizing how far you've come. Building strong habits. Many people struggle with habits because they quit too soon. Developing strong habits requires patience and persistence. Tips for building strong habits. Start small, like exercising for 5 minutes or reading 5 pages. Small successes build confidence and pave the way for bigger habits. Maintaining habit consistency. Consistency is what makes habits truly effective. Regular effort in any field, fitness, academics, or work, leads to success. How to stay consistent. Practice habits daily without exception. Simplify the process to make following habits easier. The power of invisible habits. Some habits aren't immediately visible but have a profound impact on your mindset and personality. Examples of invisible habits. Thinking positively. Speaking kindly to yourself. Exercising patience during tough situations. Over time, these habits shape your outlook and lead to better outcomes. Summary. Small, consistent habits compound to create substantial changes. By understanding their collective impact, you can design habits that improve all areas of your life, setting the stage for long-term success. Chapter 25. The Habit Cycle and Success. Every habit contributes to a cycle that shapes your thoughts, actions, and results. A good habit reprograms your mind and leads you toward success. Step 1. Belief in your habits. Belief is the foundation of any habit. You must trust that change is possible. How to build belief. Make a promise to yourself to commit to the change. Celebrate small wins like following a habit for one day. Step 2. Connecting thoughts to habits. Your thoughts guide your actions. Positive, intentional thinking sets the direction for purposeful habits. How to align thoughts with habits. Start each morning with positive affirmations. Reflect on your daily progress and set goals for improvement. Step 3. Small steps, big impact. Small, daily efforts lead to remarkable results over time. How to make incremental changes. Focus on improving one habit at a time. Ask yourself, what can I do 1% better today? Step 4. Analyzing results. Evaluating your habits helps you identify which ones are effective and which need adjustment. How to evaluate habits. Review your progress weekly. Recognize habits that align with your goals and adjust those that don't. Step 5. The sustainable success cycle. When your habits become second nature, the success cycle becomes self-sustaining. It helps you achieve goals and fosters continual growth. How to strengthen this cycle. Celebrate milestones and achievements. Stay open to challenges and use them to reinforce your habits. Summary. The habit cycle connects your thoughts, actions, and results in a continuous loop. While starting is simple, maintaining this cycle requires dedication. By adhering to the principles of this cycle, you can achieve transformative success. Keep pushing forward to strengthen this cycle in your life. Chapter 26. Mastery of habits. Habits are not merely tools to simplify your life. They are your most powerful assets for achieving success. When mastered, habits create a momentum that can turn the impossible into achievable. 1. Understanding mastery. Mastery occurs when a habit becomes so ingrained in your identity that it feels natural and necessary. Examples. A writer feels incomplete without writing. A singer feels restless if they don't sing. How to start mastery. Practice small habits consistently over time. Ask yourself, how can I make this habit a core part of who I am? 2. The role of consistency in mastery. Consistency is the foundation of mastery. By dedicating time to a habit daily, it eventually becomes your strongest skill. How to stay consistent. Allocate specific times for your habits every day to build reliability. Chapter 27. Lifelong habits. Habits are more than just a means to achieve a single goal, they shape the direction of your entire life. When maintained, they lay a foundation for both present and future success. 1. The stability of habits. Commitment to lifelong habits creates stability that anchors your life. Building lifelong habits. Continuously motivate yourself to adopt and sustain habits. Integrate them seamlessly into your routine so they feel effortless. 2. Habits and identity. Your habits transition your mindset from "I can do this" to "I am this." This identity shift ensures habits remain permanent. How to build identity-based habits. Focus on habits aligned with your aspirations. Envision yourself as the person you want to become daily. 3. Learning through failure. Failures are inevitable when building habits. What matters is how you respond to setbacks. Overcoming failure. Accept mistakes as part of the process. Use each failure as a learning opportunity to refine your habits. 4. Small wins and their impact. Every small success paves the way for greater achievements. Lifelong habits thrive on these incremental victories. Focusing on small wins. Celebrate each milestone to stay motivated. Build on these successes to achieve bigger goals. 5. Moving toward an ideal life. Permanent habits guide you toward a fulfilling life. One filled with not just success but also satisfaction. Steps to your ideal life. Constantly improve and evaluate your habits. Adapt habits as necessary to maintain alignment with your vision. Summary. Lifelong habits shape your identity and lead to a well-balanced and successful life. Start small, stay consistent, and embrace the transformative power of habits. Final chapter. The essence of habits. Atomic Habits isn't just a guide to habits, it's a blueprint for living better. It reveals how the smallest changes can create profound transformations over time. 1. The big impact of small habits. Practicing small habits consistently results in significant improvements across all aspects of life. Key lessons. The 1% rule. Improve by just 1% every day to achieve exponential growth. Focus on the process. Success isn't just about reaching goals, it's about enjoying the journey. 2. The role of identity and belief. For habits to succeed, you must believe in your ability to change. Strengthening belief. Affirm daily that you can create positive changes. Celebrate your small victories and let them reinforce your confidence. 3. Embracing failure. Failure is an opportunity, not a conclusion. Habits may break, but learning from setbacks makes you stronger. Dealing with failure. Accept and move past mistakes without losing momentum. Reassess your approach to ensure better outcomes in the future. 4. Achieving mastery. Mastery happens when habits become effortless and part of your routine. With mastery, you gain control over many aspects of life. Keys to mastery. Understand that it takes time and patience. Stay committed to the long-term process of habit building. Conclusion. A new beginning. This book emphasizes that big changes aren't necessary to transform your life. Small, meaningful habits are enough. The process should feel enjoyable, inspiring, and aligned with your goals. Key takeaway. Adopt small habits today and watch as they lead to profound changes. Atomic Habits is a lifelong companion for creating sustainable improvements. Final message. Your journey doesn't end here. Use these principles as tools to continually improve yourself and share them with others. Stay inspired, stay connected, and keep building a better life.